fouled. Right in the first quarter, Caitlin Clark obviously being fouled. The refs don't call it.
The referees gave the report on the situation, and it's even worse. It's even worse than I imagined.
Because the referee's literally right there. Like, bro, you're right there.
Less than 24 hours after the Fever's controversial defeat, a shocking video surfaced. It wasn't from a player, it wasn't from a coach, it came from a former WNBA referee. An anonymous, distorted voice in a blacked-out video uploaded to a burner account. And what she claimed blew the lid off everything.
You know, the WNBA referees has been having issues with getting these calls right when it comes to Caitlin Clark and the Fever, bruh.
And by the way, I actually think the referees were right in the Sophie Cunningham call.
There are directives, the voice said. We were told to manage momentum when it came to the Indiana Fever. Certain matchups were encouraged to be kept close. Star players weren't to be protected equally. The message was clear: don't let Caitlin Clark control the narrative. The video sent shockwaves through the league. Because if what she was saying was true, it wasn't just about one game. It was about rigging outcomes, about tilting the floor against a single franchise and their star rookie for the sake of ratings, drama, and control. The Indiana Fever had been targeted, and they were done staying silent.
Looked like footage has emerged of the WNBA referees simply playing against Caitlin Clark and the Fever.
Furthermore, there was a wind-up and impact, and the contact to face carries potential for injury. How did you come to the conclusion?
Indiana Fever is definitely the topic of discussion, but we still gotta, kind of move through this accordingly. And
Aaliyah Boston was the first to speak out. I've been quiet long enough, she posted to X, formerly Twitter. If refs are being told to manipulate games, that's not basketball. That's fraud, and we won't be part of it. The post instantly went viral. Thousands of retweets, support from former players, even NBA stars weighing in. But Boston wasn't alone. Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, and Nalissa Smith followed suit, each sharing cryptic posts, eye emojis, or videos of the now viral whistleblower. The team was rallying, and then came the bombshell. The Indiana Fever were preparing to boycott their next game. The decision wasn't easy.
Got to move on from it. It is what it is. DeWanna Bonner has decided to leave. She's basically claiming that it wasn't a good fit for...
Was it a flagrant 2? You have just described a flagrant 2 as your answer for why it was upgraded to a flagrant 1. You have just described the flagrant 2.
Behind closed doors, the locker room was divided. Some players wanted to take the court and prove they could win no matter what. Others argued that continuing to play would only legitimize a rigged system. But one voice brought it all together. It wasn't a coach, it wasn't even Caitlin Clark. It was Erica Wheeler, the veteran guard who's seen it all. I didn't fight this hard to make it in this league just to have it all decided by refs behind the curtain, she said. If they want a show, let them play one without us. And that was it. The team voted unanimously. They wouldn't suit up. Not until the league addressed the scandal. Not until the fans got answers. The news exploded. Indiana Fever refused to play blared across headlines. ESPN ran it on repeat. Talk shows lit up. Debate shows got louder. Was it real? Was it orchestrated? Was it justified? But beneath all the noise, the Fever stood firm. Because they knew what they had felt on the court. The inconsistent calls, the missed fouls, the absurd technicals, and the way every controversial moment seemed to come right when they had momentum. Fans had seen it too.
Dantas, just her hands in the air, another foul, touch foul, touch foul, touch foul. Look at this foul. Nobody did anything.
What went into deciding Marina Mabrey should get a technical foul instead of something more severe? The contact made by Mabrey did not rise to the level of an ejection. Additionally,
so many players that's, undrafted, so many players that, deserve a shot here at home in the United States, but
clips of questionable officiating went viral daily. Screenshots, replays, slowed down footage showing Clark hacked at the rim, Boston slapped on post-ups, and no whistles blown. This wasn't paranoia. This was pattern. And now they had a voice from inside the system backing them up. The WNBA tried to control the narrative. They released a short statement. The league is aware of the video and is conducting an internal review. We stand by the integrity of our officials. But the fans weren't buying it. Rigged for Drama started trending. So did number Let Them Play and number Fever Boycott. It wasn't just Fever fans speaking up, it was players across the league. Aces guard Chelsea Gray tweeted, "If refs are being coached to coach, what are we even doing?" Sparks forward De'Erica Hamby posted, "Protect the game, all of us." Then came the tipping point. Caitlin Clark broke her silence. "I play to win. That's it," she said in a surprise press conference. But if officials are being told to interfere, then they're not just cheating us. They're cheating every fan who buys a ticket, every girl watching, every person who still believes the game is pure. Her voice cracked near the end. "I love this league, but it has to be better than this." That was all it took. By the next morning, sponsors started asking questions. Ticket holders demanded refunds. Analysts called for independent investigations. And behind the scenes, WNBA owners were panicking, because if one team could boycott and turn the entire media cycle upside down, others might follow.
The level of injection, did she have to injure Caitlin, or did she have to injure the referee? She almost hurt, she almost went through the ref's knee, by the way.
Is like one of the best players in the world right now. The way she's been balling, I would say if they had an opportunity, they should try to get her.
The league had been riding a wave of renewed attention. Ratings were up, storylines were spicy. But now, that momentum had become a powder keg. And at the center of it, one whistleblower, one team, and one brutal demand for the truth. Privately, WNBA executives scrambled to do damage control. A leaked memo showed Commissioner Kathy Engelbert requesting a third-party audit of referee conduct, but also warning teams against unsanctioned boycotts. Too late. The Fever had already shifted the conversation. It was no longer about standings or seedings, it was about integrity. Meanwhile, the anonymous referee resurfaced with a second message. "I didn't come forward to hurt the game. I did it to save it. Players work too hard for results to be manipulated behind closed doors. I'm not the only one. Others know?" The final line hit like a punch. "If they silence me, look at who benefits." As the boycott extended into a second game, pressure mounted. The WNBA was being forced to make a choice: dismiss the allegations or dig deep, even if the truth hurt.
I did. There was a lot of calls Seattle got, bro. Kind of shocking calls. Calls that definitely should have went the Fever way.
Bumped, and then kind of tried to get away from somebody after belly bumping her, and then walked around holding her eye, and then got blindsided.
Kind of, breaking down everything that has happened with the WNBA referees, because we have another game and we have another situation where
Fever players remained unified. They released a video together. No logos, no music. Just each of them looking into the camera and saying the same line, "This game deserves honesty." One by one, Aaliyah, Caitlin, Lexi, Erica, Kelsey, Nalissa. Then, at the end, a single black screen. "We're ready to play, but only if it's fair.